Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. So before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. You can also follow me on Instagram on @thelaughingbuddha.de. So let's get going. Today we are talking about backs and also core strengthening. So as a truck driver when I was younger, I always had this issue with sciatica, stiff hips, and also lower back problems, sometimes to the point where I would be in bed for the whole of the day. So the best way to alleviate that is to have a strong core. Now, to have a strong core, we can't only think about stomach muscles. This has to be done in conjunction with other things. I mean, we have to have good lifting practices. Also, we have to have a good posture. So standing up with our shoulders straight back, and standing up nice and tall is also going to help us to have the least amount of chance of having problems with our back. I hope you'll join me for this video. I hope you like this video. The video is intended as a guide to help you to strengthen your core, your back, and also to open up the front of the chest. So please, you know your body as better than I do. Go only as far as you can. Do only as long or as far as you can. If you're feeling pain, like a knife is being pushed through a muscle or anything, back off slowly, sit and rest for a little bit, and then continue with the video as you go along. Don't try to push through things just to get through it. Also, if you do not get into positions like I do, I've been doing yoga for 20 years. Don't try to get into the same positions I do or in the same dynamics as I do unless you've been doing yoga beforehand. Only go as far as they'll tell you. This is not a competition. This is about having a better back, having a better lifestyle, and then having more life quality that we can get. And by doing these exercises, it is not a competition. Don't push yourself or compete with yourself to try to get by. Just sit, do the exercise as best you can, and then the next time you'll get further and further as you go along and as you do the videos. So I hope now you'll join me. Grab your stuff, guys, and I'll meet you on the mat. All right, slowly open your eyes and then come into the room. Now I know for somebody like myself who can't sit still very long, that's a long time to do, but it's always good to first grab those few breaths, sit down, and then start the exercises we want to start. So I'm going to move sideways so you can see what I do. So we're going to start with a nice simple twist. What I want you to do is take your left hand over onto your right knee. Back is always nice and straight. I want you to take your right hand up, inhale, and on your exhale, bring the hand behind you. Now you can have it on your fingertips like this, or you can bring it also closer to your body, and then just twist into it. If you can look over your right shoulder, do so. If not, then just look at the wall opposite you. What I want you to do here is every breath you take in, you're going to feel this right shoulder slightly pull forward. And as you breathe out, twist into it just a little bit more. Now for those of you on your knees, it's the same principle. Just sit on your knees, but here you have to do it on your fingertips. So the right hand comes against your thigh, your left hand, whoa, what a day today. Your right hand comes over behind you on the fingertips, as close to your foot as you can, and then twist into it. And you can put pressure here on your leg to have you twist. Again, if you can't look over your shoulder, look to the wall opposite you. This here will help to warm up the muscles in the back so that we can get on with the rest of our yoga practices. All right, what I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in. I want you to look forward first with your head, directly in front of you. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand over to the left knee. Left hand comes up on the inhale, and then exhale. Bring that hand behind you, and then twist. Again here, it doesn't matter how far you go. Doesn't matter if you can look over your shoulder or if you're looking at the wall opposite you. This is your practice. You only go as far as your body allows you to do at the moment and not any further. All right, take a deep breath in, look forward, breathe out, and then bring your hands in front of you on your knees. Okay, so now what I want you to do is come up onto your knees. I want you to spread your knees on the mat. Yeah, so this should be at the end of the mat, and then you're sitting basically on your heels. If this is too much pain or too much stress on the knees, bring them closer together. Yeah, but you need to have a little bit of space here in the knees. So here what I want you to do is I want you to take your hands, breathe in, bring them up on top of your head. Shoulders, blades slide back so they're nice and relaxed. What I want you to do here is on the inhale, you're going to come up, bring your arms down to a side like a tree. Make sure here that your sit bone rolls in when you're doing it and not out. Yeah, we don't want to have this curvature here. Yeah, we want to have it blend in. Then as you breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, back down. So here it's also, if you want to, it's like holding your bar and you're giving yourself a chin up. Yeah, so pull up and then pull down. And also here you can put resistance in your hand. Make fists with your hands. Yeah, tighten up all of the muscles. Shoulders are relaxed, and then pull up. And then back down again. Pull up again. Breathe out, down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Up. Down. Up. Down. 2 more times. Up. Down. Up. Down. Excellent. Slowly bring your hands down to your thighs and sit here for a second. Put your hands on the mat in front of you. Here we're going to come up on our hands and knees. Here what we need to do is we need to have our knees underneath our hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists all in alignment. The hands should be shoulder widths apart, and the knees should be hip width apart. Now here what we're going to do is on the inhale, you're going to bring down, bring that belly button, sink that belly button down towards the mat. So you have the string pulling down, and I want you to look up. On the exhale, you're going to roll your chin in and roll your back all the way up like a cat. And then here, push into the mat with your knees and also with your arms. Breathe in, look all the way up, then breathe out. So breathing out, also as a little trick, the elbows roll out. As you breathe in, the elbows roll in, shoulder blades slide down, and you look up. Then breathe out. All right, let's do that one more time. Breathe in. All right, now we're going to come back into the neutral position. Here, your feet stay flat. What I want you to do is push into your feet. And here what we're going to do is we're going to push into our hands so that our knees lift off of the ground. And here, yeah, try not to curve the back. Nice and straight back. Bring that belly button in so it's going towards your vertebrae. Activate that core, activate that lower back, push those hands and push those feet into the mat. 5, 3, although it seems like a simple exercise, for people who haven't done this in a little bit, it does hurt after a while. 2, 1, and then slowly release. Bring your feet, or your knees back down to the mat. Excellent. So take a breath here in, out, relax for a moment. All right, here what I want you to do is the left hand comes up in front of you and that right leg reaches back. So on that back foot, if you notice with me, it's like I'm pushing on the wall here that's behind me. Yeah, so the feet are always active. Yeah, never point your toes when you're in these positions. Always active. Here, don't sink your back. Bring that back up. Again, engage that belly button. It pushes up towards your vertebrae. Yeah? And the coccyx rolls inwards this way here. Hand comes up, nice and strong. 5, 3, 2, 1. Slowly on the exhale, bring the hand down. And then also bring the knee back down to the ground. All right, now for the other side. Right hand comes up. This time here, the left foot goes out. Again, don't sink in. Nice and straight. Feet nice and high. Yeah? Make sure the toes are pointing downwards to activate that foot. 5, 3, 1. Breathe out, bring that hand down, and also bring your knee back down to this position. Now what we're going to do here, right leg comes out, left leg comes out into a plank position. Now many people here sink in. I want you to pull that belly button again, roll the coccyx down, push into the mat, stay here, activate that core. Activate that back. Push those hands into the mat. 3, 2, 1. From this position here, push into the hands, into the feet, into your downward facing dog. Here you can walk your feet a little bit in place. Yeah, find a comfortable position. If your knees have to be bent here so that your back is straight, then bend your knees, yeah, however much. The point is not the heels touching the ground, yeah. The point here is that nice, straight, elongated back. And here, don't push into the hands so much. What I want you to do is let those shoulder blades basically slide along your rib cage and your back so that the shoulders kind of sit in the joint. Yeah? It's not your muscles pushing and making that space in the joint. I want you to just slowly slide them down into a relaxed position. And keep walking here for a minute. Well, maybe not a minute, but a few breaths anyways. Then when you're ready, slowly walk your feet up between your hands. And just hang here like a rag doll for a moment. This position here has great value actually for the back because our backs are compressed all the time because of gravity in one position. Yeah, when we're standing up, we have a lot of weight on our vertebrae. This here actually releases a lot of that compression and elongates the back. But here, if you can only get this far, it's okay. The best thing to do, because we want to have that elongating action, bend your knees, come onto your quads with your chest, and just hang there for a minute. If you can, put your hands on the mat, that's okay.
But what we want here is we want to have this nice elongated feeling from gravity pulling on our backs. Now here slowly you're going to activate your core. You're going to keep your hands rolled in front of you. What I want you to do is slowly roll your back, vertebrae for vertebrae, back up again. Your shoulders are the last, so as you come up to the top, roll those shoulders back, hands come down beside you. Looking straight in front of you. Your big toes are together, and your heels are also together. So make sure that chin is nice and perpendicular to the ground, yeah? So what you do is take a deep breath. I want you to sweep those arms nice and high above your head. And I want you to bring them together. So here you can interlace them together if you would like, or just collapse them together as it is for you. Now you see here, my shoulders are way up. What I want you to do is roll those shoulder blades, just slide those shoulder blades down your rib cage downwards. Because here what I want you to do is only as far as you can. I want you to take a deep breath in, and then when you exhale, I want you to take those hands and move them behind you. So you have a nice back bend. If having the toes together is difficult, you can actually spread them out a little bit, so hip width apart, and then try it here also. Now here, I'm going to release my hands so you can see, to protect our lower back, here the glutes have to be tight. You have to be able to engage the glutes to protect the lower back. Yeah? So then the hands come up, and then you can lean backwards. When you get to this point where you're like, it's too much pressure, then slowly come back up, and then stay there. Slowly, as you do this exercise, you'll notice that you can go deeper and deeper into the exercise. Just breathe here nicely. It opens up the rib cage, stretches out those stomach muscles. Yeah? It gives a kind of reverse compression to the spine. We're always used to bending forward, yeah, and grabbing things and lifting things, and we rarely do things backwards. It's actually quite healthy for the back. So take a deep breath in, come back into the middle, and as you exhale, sweep those hands back down again beside you. Here, if you need to, roll the shoulders a little bit. Take another deep breath in, hands come up over your head, and then sweep them down nice and big, basically into a swan dive, like diving school, down to have your hands either in the mat in front of you, or just hanging here like this. Now here what I want you to do is either put your hands on your shins, on your knees, or on the floor if you can, and I want you to keep a nice straight back. So you're elongating that back, yeah? So the hips roll forward, so the coccyx goes pointing upwards, and your head is trying to reach the other wall here. So nice and long. Don't curl your shoulders in front of you, shoulders in front of you. Roll them back, keep them nice and relaxed. The idea is to get extension in the back, especially in these lower vertebrae. All right, I want you to slowly come and roll down a little bit. I want you to take the right leg, put it back behind you. Then I want you to take the left leg, put it back behind you, so we come into our plank position from earlier. Except this time here, what we're going to do is we're going to come down on our forearms. Try to keep your forearms here parallel to one another. Don't cross them over. Yeah? And then here, also again, that belly button goes up towards the vertebrae. Here, one of the little tricks is to push into your heels. Yeah?
Because if you do this way here, then you're too far forward, yeah? The arms should be 90 degrees. And here the core is activated. If this is too easy for you, what you can do, slowly move your hips to the left side, drop, come back into the middle, and over to the left side, drop, and come into the middle. Do it again. Left side, drop, come in the middle. Right side, drop, and then come in the middle. One more time. Drop, come in the middle, and the right side, drop, come in the middle. So now here, I want you to come back up into the high push-up position. What I'm going to do, the knees are going to come in, nice and wide on the mat, and you're going to sit down between your feet, extending your arms in front of you and going down as best as possible. Now, if you were up here and this here, that's okay. What I want you to do here then is to release those shoulders and just sink. And try to sink your forehead down to the mat. Now, here also it's about extending that spine, getting those shoulders to slide back into position. All right, breathe in, slowly come back up to a sitting position. Now I want you to bring your knees closer together. Now we're going to do camel, and there's two variations to do this. One is with the feet flat, the other one is with the feet up. This one here is the simpler one, if you have not done it before, or you can do this way here. Now here when we do this, we have to be very careful because you can easily hurt yourself if not done properly. So we're going to go through this step by step, and then we'll do the other side probably a little bit easier than this side. So I want you to take your right hand, and I want you to lift up a little bit and put that right hand, I want you to palm your heel basically. So put your palm there, nice and easy. If you're this way here, same thing, palm that heel. And then what I want you to do is slowly here, as you lift up, you're going to lift up your legs so that your legs are as far as the 90 degrees as you can. Your left arm you're going to take and sweep behind you, reaching like, yeah, you're sitting on the ground and you want to have that beer, but you're trying to reach for it. So, nice and long hand, yeah, push in. Again, your glutes are activated, so you have this nice compression on this side, extension on this side. Hands go up, and then look up to the ceiling. Now never snap out of this position. If it is too much all of a sudden, it hurts. The easiest way to get out of the position, the hand sweeps up over by your head this way, and then go to sit back down on your heels, and then release your hands. Come down into child position. Snapping out of any position is dangerous and can be bad. Snapping out of this one here can do a lot of damage to your back. So come back up into sitting. So this time here, the left hand comes on the palm. So palm that heel with the left hand. You're sitting down, your heel here. So now you're going to breathe in, lift up your hips, throw your legs forward, bring your arm in front of your face, reach back, and look up. Here a lot of people will come up, this way here, and that's not good for the back. Best thing to do here is to come out the way I showed you. Stay in this position here for a few breaths. Take a good inhale here. to exhale, sweep that arm again in front of your face and come back down to a sitting position. And then bring the hands in front of you and come into child position. Come back up to a sitting position. And now bring your knees really close together if you can. Yeah? If you're sitting up on top like this, it's okay. If you're feeling pressure on the knees, put a towel underneath, a cushion, or even you could use a block to sit on if you needed to. Yeah? Just grab a block like this here. You can either put it on the high position or on the low position, yeah? Like this or like this, to then put between your legs and to sit down. This here alleviates some of the pressure on your knees and also on your feet if you're not used to it. Okay, so for some shoulder exercises here, if you need a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a towel, you can use anything. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put one arm behind our back and the other one in front. What I want you to do is take your right hand, put it in front of you, 45 degrees. You're going to move your shoulder forward, so your thumb is basically aiming down at the bottom. You're going to move your arm and twist it behind your back and bring it up. Then what you're going to do, you're going to take your left hand as you breathe in, bring it up over your head, and then turn around and bring them together. Then here you don't try to round out your back. Keep your back nice and straight, strong, and open up. Here you should feel some pressure on the right shoulder at the front, but also a nice stretch on that left arm. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hands. Bring the left hand down first. The right hand you're going to bring in front of you. Again, keeping that thumb behind you, rolling it down underneath you and back in front. So now, for the left arm, bring it out forward. Roll so the thumb is down. Roll that shoulder of the arm right behind you. Take the right arm up in front of you. Clasp your hand together if you can, or the towel or anything. And then adjust your back so it's not rounded, nice and flat. Head is level with the chin is level with the floor, and head is relaxed. So inhale, exhale here, release the hands. Release the right one first, down to the ground beside you. Slowly release the left one, always thumb facing downwards, and then roll it forward in front of you and down in front of you. Put your hands on your thighs. Sit up nice and straight, close your eyes. Take a moment here, relax the shoulders, relax your breath. And since our little practice is done today, just sit quietly for the next minute or so. Just to allow your body to recover a little bit from some of the strain that we had. And when you're ready and you're done for today, then just slightly tilt your head down and then open your eyes looking at the floor, and then slowly look up, looking at the room. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. And I want to thank you guys for giving me the time to show you some of the yoga practices I've done and I continue to do to help relieve some of the back pains that I have, and also to protect my back so that they don't come back. If you like this video, please subscribe to the video, hit the like button again, or if you'd like to follow me on Instagram at thelaughingbuddha.de. I wish you all a very good day, and I wish you all no back pain. Namaste.